Hello, kindergarten. Miss Steele here. You can see me down here at the bottom. This thing next to me is recording what I'm doing. Here are my hands. So today we're going to make our very own magic carpets using line and using shape. So what you're going to need for this project is some white paper, and then you want 2 pieces of colored paper. They can be whatever color you want. You want them to be the same length on the end as your white paper. Mine's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So we have our paper, and then you're also going to want something to color or draw with. So I have a pencil with an eraser, markers and crowns, but you can use whatever you have to draw with. And then as well, you're going to want glue and scissors. I know, it's like we got the whole art setup here. So I'm going to move all of these out of my way. And I'm going to start on this. So what we're going to do on our white piece of paper is we're going to add in some different kinds of lines. So I'm going to do a zigzag line to start out with. And so you guys can do a zigzag line. So there's my zigzag line. Next, I think I'm going to add in a wavy line. There's my wavy line. There's a lot of different kinds of lines. Maybe for the next one, I'm going to do a straight line. After my straight line, maybe I'll do a swirly line. And then for my last line, I have a little bit more space right here. I think I am going to add in a line that almost looks like the top of the castle. Not the castle, I guess just a castle, any castle. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds of lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my markers and I'm going to outline these. I'm going to use all different colors. So maybe this one I'll make red. And then I'm going to follow along as close as I can to my pencil lines. So there's red. I'm going to erase that right there. And maybe for my swirly line, I think I'm going to do orange. So I'm going to keep outlining these, and I will be right back, kindergarten. So now I've outlined over my lines, and now I think as well, maybe in between right here, I'm going to add in some different kinds of shapes. There's organic shapes, which are kind of shapes that have all different sorts of curves and bends to them. And then there's also geometric shapes. And those are the shapes you're kind of used to seeing, like triangles and circles and squares. So I think right here, I'm going to add in a row of triangles. And you guys can add whatever geometric shape you want. You can do triangles or circles or squares. And then I think I'm going to add in smaller triangles, maybe right here. So just like how we did our lines the whole way down, I'm going to do my triangles the whole way down. So there's one, but I think I can fit in some more. So I think right here, I'm going to add in some circles because those are a geometric shape too. And I'm going to do big circles and then a little circle. And then a big circle and a little circle. Big circle, little circle. And then maybe one big circle. So now I have 2 different kinds of geometric shape. I think right over here I'm going to add in some organic shapes. So maybe I'll grab my pink for this. And whenever you're drawing organic shapes, they don't really have to look like anything. I like to take mine and just squiggle around my marker whenever I'm drawing organic shapes. Like that. So now I have those, but I think I can add in maybe some over here. I think I can fit some in. So over here, I'm going to make some more organic shapes, maybe a small one. And then maybe a big one, and then maybe a small one. And maybe a big one and a small one. And then I'm going to finish with a big one. So now if you see, we have this all super decorated. I'm going to take my crowns and start adding in some color now. So now once you get in some organic shapes, some geometric shapes, and all of these different kinds of lines, you can color the whole thing. You can color it however you want to color it. So I'm going to color mine. Maybe I'll start out by coloring these orange on the inside. I want mine to be super bright and colorful for my magic carpet. Like that. So I'm going to keep coloring this, kindergarten, and I will be back and it will be colored. Okay, so I got it all colored in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the ends to our magic carpets, which is why we have these 2 extra pieces of colored paper that are right around the same length. So I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to make a line at each of the ends of my paper. So I'm adding in just a little bit of glue. You definitely don't want a lot of glue because you don't want it to be all sticky and icky. So I have my glue, and now I'm going to take my papers and glue them on the ends like this. And then I'm going to take it on the other end and I'm going to glue it down. And so I'm going to press it and hold it for a second just to make for sure. I always say at least 10 seconds. So I take some time and I press it down. And then if I flip it over, we have these on the end now. It doesn't even fit in here anymore. But what we want to do to these ends is we want to cut them into strips. Because, you know, at the end of the magic carpets, they always have kind of like the strings on the end that kind of hold them together. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut, but I'm going to stop whenever I reach my white paper that I colored. So I'm stopping and then I'm cutting all of these little strips right here. So I'm cutting these strips, and whenever I hit my paper, I'm stopping cutting. So I am following along and I'm cutting and then I'm stopping. I'm going to finish cutting these, kindergarten, and then I'll be back. Okay, kindergarten, so if you see, I added this on to my magic carpet. So now this is kind of like the center of our magic carpet, and these are the sides of them. I cannot wait to see how your guys' come out. Be sure to post a picture of it onto the media album. It'll probably be wherever you found this video, so I can see all of your guys' magic carpets. I'm going to hold it up down here, so it's all the way down here now. So you can see it. And here it is right here. If you want to take your little edges, you can always curl them by just picking them up and bending them over a little bit to give them some texture if you would like. And that's it, kindergarten. I will see you guys all later. Have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next time.